Hi guys, welcome back. I posted a picture on my Instagram the other day and I got a lot of really positive feedback, and it was just a really simple, not even like a smoky eye, it was just a really simple eye look featuring this quad from Too Faced. Looks like this. And it has this really pretty purple and then just kind of like a neutral trio around it. And I got some questions about it, but it doesn't actually have a name. It's literally called, this is what it says on the sticker, Too Faced Eyeshadow Collection. And I said it on my Instagram, but the colors are Exclusive Lavender, Satin Sheets, Ever After, and Birthday Suit. I got this in like a sample bag from Too Faced a couple years ago. And this just happened to be the palette that was selected at random by my app that day. But I wanted to just kind of like do a quick tutorial with these colors and suggest some alternatives, because I looked on Too Faced website. They don't sell quads like this. I don't know if they ever did. Like I said, I got this in kind of like a try one of all of our things kind of sets. But I was doing some research and it looks like Revlon has a quad that has a very similar purple to this in it. This color. And I didn't find one from NYX, but I know that they have to have a purple that color. Where else did I look? I think I looked on L'Oreal's. I didn't find one on theirs either. You know what? I didn't look in their individual pans when they sold those like interconnected. I think they still sell them, the individual shadows that can like click together. But I was looking through my own collection trying to find dupes, and I found my Wet n Wild Petal Pusher palette. It's one of these oh, you can't see that. It's one of these 8-pan palettes, and I think that this eyelid color would be very similar. I'll swatch them for you. So this is the Wet n Wild. Hopefully you guys can see this. It's a really gloomy day out because we're having a storm. I don't know, maybe you have to mix these two together. Okay, yeah. So if you mix, if you mix these two together, the eyelid and the crease, that makes the same shade. And then I also thought that Urban Decay's Grifter might be a good dupe, although Grifter does have glitter in it. Yes, Grifter is also a very good dupe. I don't know if you get... The lighting is so weird today. Like I said, there's a storm coming in, and I'm waiting for that to get away. As for the kind of trio of neutrals around that purple in that palette, I really think that something like CoverGirl's Shimmering Sands, which is my favorite trio of all time, I suggest it to everyone when they say they want to get into makeup, because it just looks good on everyone and it's like the perfect trio. CoverGirl Shimmering Sands is perfection. They're not exact dupes for these three colors, but I think that they would do. Anyways, I was just going to do a really quick tutorial so you guys could recreate this look with your own shadows, because they're, I mean, obviously this one is no longer available, but there's no need for you to go out and spend a bunch of money if you already have kind of lilacs in your collection. And if you don't, then I feel like Revlon would have a dupe. That Wet n Wild palette, I love Wet n Wild's 8-pan palettes. I think that they are fantastic. They're like, what, $5 for all 8 of those shadows? Like, yeah. So I used my NYX primer. Use any primer you want. I am just setting it with some Rimmel Stay Matte powder. So I'm going to take the one I always use, which is the Sephora shadow brush, but I like to use it in my crease. And I'm going to put that into what I imagine is maybe Birthday Suit or Satin Sheets. It's not the like pinky pearlized one, and it's not the darker brown one. It's this like, I don't know what color it is. It's not like, I don't know what I would consider this color. And I'm going to put this like weird brown color. It must be, I don't want to like assume it's Birthday Suit, but it's the most flesh-like colored one out of any of them. I don't know. And just putting this in my crease and blending up just a smidge. You're okay, bud. And then I'm going to take a flat brush. This is one from Eco Tools. This is just a flat shading brush. And I'm going to stick it right in that purple. And I'm going to put this all over my lid. Mr. Man. Got one down napping and one up. And then I'm just going to flip this one over and I'm going to stick it in this like pinky shadow. And that is going to be my brow bone highlight. Oh, Mr. Man. And I'm also going to stick this in the inner quarters. Oh, Mr. Man. He's very tired, but he won't sleep. And then I'm going to take, where is it? There it is. Just an angled brush. This one's also from e.l.f. Also, just kidding. I didn't use any other e.l.f. brushes in here. I just assumed that I did. And this one I'm going to put in that darker brown. And then I'm just going to sloppily throw it in my outer corner. Ooh, I can hear the wind picking up. So when I do my outer corner, especially when I'm using an angled brush like this, I like to turn it so I can like look at the ends of the bristles. And I put that out kind of in my crease and swoop down. And then without changing the angle of the brush, I sweep into my crease. And then I just keep going back and forth. And then if I really want more of the color on my lid, again, without changing the angle of the brush, I'll just sweep it in as far as I want it to go. Now I got a lot more fallout today than I normally do because I was probably digging too hard into the pans. So I'm just going to brush that away with just any brush sitting in front of you that's like a face brush. And then you can use whatever eyeliner and mascara you want. I'm going to personally use a brown eyeliner with this look because I do want to keep it really soft. I happen to just randomly grab one in my drawer and it is brown by Rimmel. It's their Scandalized pencil. I'm just going to quickly line my eyes. And for mascara, I'm just trying to get my money's worth out of this Rimmel Lash Potion. I don't love it. And if you saw my other Instagram post, then you know that I just found 34 mascara samples in my sample thing that I completely forgot that I had. 34. That's ridiculous. And these are all mascaras that I have not paid for that came like free with purchase or whatever. So I need to go through them again because I just reorganized them. I need to go through them again and like set aside the ones that I actually want to use and try and then give the rest away because that's just ridiculous. If I did the math the other day, if I actually used all of them for 3 months, I have 11 years of mascara. Another thing you can do with this is you can stop right here. You can, I want a little more up here I think so you can see a little more of the brown. And so another thing you can do if you are a fan of this trend, and I do like it, I just don't always have time for it, is to bring some of the color down below. And you can do that by taking a stiffer brush, something like this that has this little bit, and you dip that into your palette. And I always start with a lighter color because it's really, really hard to get darker colors to go away. It's really easy to build up lighter colors. And so I'm going to take this and pull this purple down under my under my lower lashes. And then once I'm satisfied with the purple, then I'm going to dip into the dark brown and pull that from the corner of my eyes down. And that is a technique that you can use to kind of like finish off a look, but is absolutely not necessary. So yeah, I just thought that I would show you guys how I did that. If the brown is too much for you, go ahead. You can take a clean brush that's fluffier, one like this or one like this, and just dust back and forth. I think I call them like windshield wiper motions, and you can definitely diffuse the color that way. So like if I was like, oh man, that brown is way too strong, then I would just take this brush and right where those two colors meet, just very lightly go back and forth, and you smooth out the transition. This is like a lot of like if that, right? Feel free to take that brush and dip it into the shade that you used as your transition to help blend those two colors together more seamlessly. And that is it. So yes, I hope that that was helpful for those of you who liked that look. I hope that those dupes are easy for you to find, because I feel you don't need to go out and buy a $30 palette to recreate this. Absolutely not. It is some neutrals and a pretty purple. You've either got them, and if you don't, please just go out and get this Wet n Wild palette that's, I believe, literally $5. And if you combine these two colors, it's perfect. Plus, there's some really, really pretty colors in here. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and until I see you next time, peace, love, and smiles.